about the war these days. It's stressful and scary. But some Bay Area teenagers don't believe in war, and they're getting organized as conscientious objectors. While most young people in the U.S. may believe that there are times when war is justified, our laws recognize that there are others whose deepest convictions prevent them from fighting. They are conscientious objectors.
A conscientious objector is anybody that's opposed to war, opposed to killing, morally, religiously, or ethically. Someone that sees life as vital and wouldn't take it from anybody, regardless of the circumstance.
My brother's over there right now in Saudi Arabia, and he was, I asked him, I said, why did you go to Saudi Arabia? And he said, well, I made a commitment to my country. I have duty to this country, and it's, my integrity. And I said, well, that's funny, because that exact argument for not going, that exact argument to go, I'd use to not go to the war.
Since long before the war in the Gulf, actually for the last 3 years, these young men from Marin have been meeting every month to document their opposition to war.
If the draft comes, and they're sitting in front of this draft board, they look at your history, what's your background, your family, what involvement you've had, letters you've written, just to see how true you are to your word. Because they're going to have maybe 5,000 more guys coming in saying they want to be COs, and what makes one guy different than the next guy for them to really say, no, you're not eligible, or yeah, I believe you're eligible for CO.
Since the conflict in the Gulf began, the Center for Conscientious Objectors in San Francisco has been receiving over 500 calls a day.
You decide that you are a conscientious objector, not that you want to be. And the important thing is that you need to document that you are a conscientious objector in the event that there's a draft.
At this time, there is no draft. So why worry about being a CO?
It takes an act of Congress in order to reinstate the draft, but if Congress were to act on it tomorrow, it would be 24 hours between that time and the time that they send out the first mailgrams and the first people get called.
There are organizations in most communities that distribute information about alternative options to military service. At Laney College, students recently formed a CO group to support each other and get the word out.
Laney Students Against the War. We try to, we protest every Thursday downtown here in Oakland. We also try to go out to different high schools and, rally the young people, because that's who make changes, us young people. George Bush stated that this is to free the oppressed Kuwaiti people by Iraq, but yet still we hadn't landed troops in South Africa or Lithuania or other places in the world that are people being oppressed. For instance, Kuwait, we have a lot of ties in oil businesses there, so we have to protect our interests. That's not a war to fight and die for.
They're serious about what they believe in. And the young people you're about to meet are working way hard for the cause they believe in, and you might say they're on a roll.